Bye. your 2020 athletic tennis banquet. Obviously, we weren't able to do this in person, but we felt that it was important that we recognize the great things that you guys accomplished over the year. Even though we didn't get to finish it, with what we saw from you all this year, we came up with the awards that thought that you guys deserved. You're up first.
Okay. We're going to start with varsity class, and we'll move on to JV after we give out the varsity awards. For the most improved girl award, pretty self-explanatory what the award is. It's the girl that improved the most this year in the varsity class, and we would like to award that to Jimena. We noticed that Jimena made a concentrated effort to improve her ground stroke. She would meet up with Coach and I for serves, as well as spending time with some of the older students and asking them questions. So congratulations, Jimena, on the Most Improved Girl Award. For the Most Improved Boy Award in varsity, that one is going to go to Yahir. Yahir made a vast improvement this year. He spent many hours after practice and on the weekends hitting with some of the older students, Shane and Dittman and guys like that, and just really made an effort and focused on improvement this year.
The next award is the Most Competitive Boy, and this award goes to somebody who has gone by a couple different titles. One is a grinder on the court, a scrapper the way he plays. He's been called the best defensive player of the year several times since he's been here at New Caney. And so, easily, without a doubt, our Most Competitive Boy award goes to Shane. Our Most Competitive Girl. So the reason that this girl is getting this award is I'll never forget. She came off of one of her matches this year. Asked her how she did, and she said, "Coach, I did awful." What happened? I won 6-0, 6-2. She was so upset and frantic that she lost 2 games to one of the girls because of how competitive she is. She wanted to not lose anything. She didn't want to lose any games to her. And that is Genevieve Lim.
Yeah.
Most valuable boy. The most valuable boy this year is for having an incredible double season in the fall, losing only one match in the fall in doubles, and then in the spring only losing 2 matches in doubles, having just a phenomenal year playing with different doubles partners and being able to hold both of those teams well together and balanced. That would be David Dittman. Very well deserving of Most Valuable Boy. Most Valuable Girl is a wonderful player to watch, not because just of her tennis, but it's so funny to see her opponents walk on court against her, look at her size alone, and think that they got this match. And they leave with a loss and respect for her, and that's Melissa Davis.
Sportsmanship. All right, so next up is the Sportsmanship Award. I like to think of this one as just somebody that kind of exemplifies teamwork and, good sportsmanship, right? Good definition, Coach. Awesome. So I'm gonna say that the Sportsmanship Award this year is gonna go to Zach. The reason for that is you can't take Zach anywhere without this guy.
You can't take Zach anywhere.
Without him making friends. Like, we literally had to drag this guy onto court because he's out there hanging out with kids from other school, not only on court, but off court. On court, always good, handshake at the end of the match, always comes off with, positive feelings about his opponent, and usually ends up making friends with them. So, Sportsmanship Award goes to Zach. Outstanding Leadership.
Is it yours? Yeah.
I think it is. So the outstanding leadership, and we're going to break this down. So outstanding leadership outside of team captains. Somebody this year that Coach and I think that just really stepped up, helped us out when we weren't around, and really helped mentor and help bring up some of the younger guys and younger girls is Yesenia. I think she did a great job of stepping up and being a leader this year.
Absolutely. Is it newcomer or freshman?
I've got freshman of the year next on mine. What do you got?
I'll do newcomer.
Okay.
So newcomer of the year is somebody who was not on the varsity class prior to this year. They just hopped on. Now this person is even more so a newcomer than usually somebody who just jumps on because she didn't spend the first season on the varsity class. She spent it just learning how to play the game, and she picked it up well. She improved really quickly, and we mentioned to our morning class that we were looking for somebody to step up and move up to that varsity class, and immediately after that, she came up to me and to coach and asked, what do I need to be that person? And she continued to work hard, and we moved her up to varsity, and from varsity, hitting with players, better than her that she's used to hitting with, continued to excel. So without a doubt, our newcomer of the year award goes to Scott.
Freshman of the year?
Freshman of the year.
Freshman of the year is another story, very close to newcomer of the year. Freshman of the year, like the name says, is targeted more towards a freshman. This player was also in the morning class, and she worked her way up, and that one is going to go to Lily.
Very well. The next one is the Blue Collar Award. Now let me explain. This award is named after the person that gets their hands dirty, works hard, puts in the grind, puts in the effort. It's just constant work, and that's something that we admire, and that's why we have this award. Now, that goes for a lot of you guys. You are absolutely hard workers, but this year, the person that we're giving that award to is Ellie, and here's the reason. Every single time that Coach and I held open courts, Ellie was there. Beyond that, she didn't show up and then just start hitting. She came straight over, she said hi, she grabbed the basket, and then she went to the back courts, and she just worked on serves and worked on serves and worked on serves. And the only time that she came back was to ask us to help her with those serves. So she came to, practice that wasn't mandatory and put in extra effort on a specific goal that she wanted to accomplish. So this year's Blue Collar Award goes to Ellie.
What's up next?
Coach's Award.
Coach's Award. All right, my Coach's Award. I'm going to give my Coach's Award to a player that I love to have on court. The kid is an absolute goofball, but he keeps it interesting. I think he's got a really great attitude, and I can't wait to see him play next year, see how he improves, and that's going to be Ivan. I think Ivan's got my Coach's Award this year.
Very nice. So to elaborate, the Coach's Award is an award that falls outside of the categories that we've had of most improved, most competitive, but it's somebody that we think still deserves to be recognized, even if they don't fall under one of these specific categories. My Coach's Award this year is going to go to Jackie, because as I've told many of you guys before, we're not that concerned with winning or losing, more on your improvement. And Jackie had a roller coaster of a season playing with different doubles partners, having to play singles up, down, everywhere. And so wins, losses came very up and down, but through it all, she's so positive, didn't stop, was so adamant about getting better and rising above all those challenges. And so I really admired that. So I believe that this year for my Coach's Award, I give it to Jackie. The next thing is, of course, our Captain's Awards. This is where we recognize our captains for the wonderful leadership that they've done. This year we had 3 captains. We had David Dittman, Melissa, we had Yaz. And we think that the 3 of you in the combined, the way that you worked so well with one another was fantastic. Coach and I were both confident that we could, take a couple other players, work with them, and you guys can get practice started. You can work with players that we gave you all to work with. And in fact, other things that you took upon yourself was to mentor a lot of the people on the team. And so we're very grateful for the leadership that you guys provided for this year. So thank you all so much for being wonderful captains. Our JV Awards, our morning class tennis kids, these are the awards for you guys, and it starts with...
Most improved girl.
Oh, so it's yours.
Right, same as varsity. Cool, so JV class, morning class, most improved girl. This young lady, I think, just had a lot of gumption. It's a goofy word, right? Grit, whatever you want to call it. She put in the work that she needed to improve at the rate that she did, and that is Josephine. Good job, Josephine. Most improved boy. This player actually didn't even come in until
late in the semester.
Late in the semester. Worked hard, athletic young man, Giovanni. Gio, good job, man.
Most competitive boy. So most competitive boy for our morning class. Well, first of all, we had quite a bit of injuries this year. We had several concussions, broken wrists, bad backs, things like that. And our most competitive boy got injured, and almost every day asking if he could play, asking to get back on the court, when can I get on? But more so than that, whenever he did get back on, it was like he never left. It was 100% go, and that's Ramon. Our most competitive girl. We have a lot of girls on our morning class that have shown wonderful promise, doing very well. But when this player plays, I mean, she has a high quality of intensity and focus that I swear if we were to throw an air horn off, everyone would turn except for her, because her eyes would stay focused and fixed on the ball. And that is Estrella, as we call her, Spanish Star.
Sportsmanship. JV Sportsmanship Award. This young man is
Goofy.
a goofy kid. Yeah, he's a goofy kid. I really like him. I've had him in my classes, and he makes friends wherever he goes. I always see him trying to make improvements on his game out on the court, and he's just a good sportsman all around. He's a good kid, is Marcos.
Absolutely.
Most valuable boy. So, Coach and I sat down and talked about this one, and we decided, who's the kid that played every single thing? Who's the kid that pushes the other kids to be more successful? Whenever we have workouts in the morning, who's hustling so the other kids are trying to catch up to him? Singles, mixed doubles, showed up the morning of, and we're like, this is what we need you to do, dude. And that was Juan. Definitely most valuable JV boy.
Absolutely. Most valuable girl, just like a lot of the girls this year, showed incredible improvement, but there was a portion between our spring season where she went from losing some of her matches to where it just seemed like it all clicked, and she was doing so well. I think she medaled in her last 2-3 tournaments, and that is Kaylee. Kaylee is the most valuable girl for our morning class. The next award is our Outstanding Leadership Award. This one, a lot of the awards that we've given out, a lot of you guys qualify for them and a lot of you guys deserve them. But for me and for Coach Mousen, this one was a bit easier to decide on our morning class. This young man really took charge, made sure that everyone was going through their dynamic properly, made sure that he was giving advice. If he saw somebody struggling, he stepped up and he talked to them, and he listened. So for that, Christian Rios, you get our Outstanding Leadership Award. Freshman of the Year. There are a lot of you guys. But for this year, our Freshman of the Year, for the reason being that at the end of the first semester, we had a lot of you, and we all had difficulty adjusting to the new life of academics and athletics, some of you guys were not able to sustain that. And so we left you out of tennis until your grades got back up. And I got a message from this person almost every single day: Coach, I got my grades up. When can I get back in? I got my grades up. When can I get back in? Are they high enough? When can I get back in? And as soon as she was able to, she started practicing, working hard. Her grades never slipped again. And that is something that is just a big deal for us. So our freshman of the year is Maeli.
Newcomer of the Year award goes to a player that maybe started a little bit later, but definitely put in the work to try to catch up with everybody. This young man definitely started later than everybody else, and I noticed that he was taking the time to ask questions. He was hustling during conditioning day, really getting out there and making strides for improvement, and that's going to be Mr. Ethan.
The next award is our Blue Collar Award, and as I was explaining earlier when we were giving out our varsity awards, it's for that player that really shows the effort, that really works hard and grinds it out. And there was one day in particular that this award was really earned by this player, and that was, we went to a JV tournament. As you guys all recall, they are all-day tournaments. You get off the court, you go back on, you get off the court, you go back on. It's nonstop. She did well. She medaled that day. We got back in time for varsity practice, and it just happened to fall on a conditioning day. And I encouraged everybody to come out into condition with the varsity class. And without hesitation, she stepped up, she got in there. But not only did she condition, she ended up outdoing some of our varsity members that we had and pushing ridiculously hard, impressively hard. So for that, our Blue Collar Award is Monica. And last, we have our Coaches Award.
Okay, so my JV Coaches Award, when I first met this kid, I didn't know if she could talk or if she was deaf or something. The quietest kid on the team, bar none, for the first couple of weeks. I thought that she didn't like me, but as I grew to know her, I knew that, this is not only a good student, but a good athlete, and she's a good teammate. She makes sure that she is bringing the team together, make sure that, she's making everybody happy, puts in a ton of work on the court. Whenever we have conditioning days, she's out there hustling and grinding, and that's going to be Arlene.
For my Coaches Award for the morning class, this player I did not start with this player on the tennis court. In fact, this player was one of my students, and out of nowhere, after class, he stops and he says, "Coach, I want to join tennis." Why? And we had a whole conversation about it, and I thought, okay, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if he stays. And the reason why I bring this up is because he is so naturally on the team that it looks like he started tennis from the very beginning with everyone. Interacts well with all the teammates, cheers everybody on, is just a very uplifting presence on the team, and that is Jordy. So Jordy gets my Coaches Award for the morning class this year. The last thing that we do have for the announcement is in our traditional banquet, the Booster Club will come up and talk about the wonderful things that we've gone through today, and they always have our scholarship that we've named after one of our players that passed in his memory. So we have the Oscar Guzman Scholarship, and this year the recipient of the Oscar Guzman Scholarship is Yesenia Hernandez. So congratulations. Guys, I understand that this was not the way that the banquet was supposed to be. And I understand that we didn't get to see you guys for the remainder of the year to give you all the awards that you deserved, or for you to prove that you deserve these awards. However, we felt that was it like just jumps and we're like just
We gotta figure out where our hands ended. It's gonna be like him singing.
That's all the awards for this year. I understand that this is not how anybody wanted the season to end, guys, but know this, that all the hard work that you put in, it's not over, it's not in vain. You know, you learned habits, skills that will help you on and off the court, and that's what's important. For those of you guys coming back next year, be ready, be hungry, because as soon as we're able to start, we're going to hit the ground running and get going. Seniors, you know, I'm sorry that it ended this way, but I'm confident that you guys have the skills and tools to make it. Even with this going on, that you will do well.
Yeah, like Coach said, it's nobody wanted the season to end like this, especially for those seniors. And I just wanted to tell you guys that, spending the last couple of years seeing y'all develop as players and, actually growing along with me, because I started when a lot of y'all did, for me was absolutely awesome. I wish we could have ended the season differently. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. But like Morales said, man, take some of those skills that y'all have learned and, go apply those to college, apply them to life, go, make something out of it. Y'all are always welcome to come back here and see us anytime that you want. Our doors are always open to you guys. If y'all ever need help, resumes or college stuff, hit us up. For the returning players next year, I can't wait to see y'all. We're working on summer camp and conditioning stuff, but I just really want to get out and hit with you guys on court and just get everybody back together. We've been missing y'all a lot.
That's it. Guys, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Still, I'm stuck on you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, time goes by. Still, I'm stuck on you.
There's my phone. I was like, where's my phone?
Do the rock. Do the rock. Oh. Ew.
Can you hear it?
So our coach actually hit a deer while we were on our way to our tennis match.
Y'all had it in soil, right?
Huh?
Is it in soil?
No, I wasn't looking.
Did you hear that? Oh, that's me. Crap.
This is how it feels being tall.
Here, Cassidy was watching the coaches there. Like usually we weren't watching. So Abby's gotta be funny if she put a racket against Cassidy. And Cassidy. It went like this. She fell all the way back, and everyone was like, uh-huh.